everyone, and welcome to my channel, Hannah Claire Reads. Today, I'm going to be doing the BookTube Newbie Tag. I've been meeting a lot of new booktubers and seeing their BookTube Newbie Tags, but even though I'm a BookTube newbie, I'm just now doing this video. So I thought this would be a good introduction into why I joined BookTube, or rejoined BookTube since I did it in 2014. But I haven't talked much about myself or my reading interests, so I thought this would be a great introduction to all of that. The first question for this tag is, why did you start this channel? I joined BookTube because once lockdown started, I had all of this free time and I was watching more and more BookTube videos, and I realized, you know what, I can do that too. I could join BookTube. I restarted this channel and I've been having a ton of fun since. I also really wanted to meet new people who also really enjoy books and enjoy the same books that I do. I've also been making videos since I was probably 10 or 11, and I just went on my old YouTube channel and deleted a bunch of really embarrassing videos that I made with my American Girl dolls. But I love editing videos and filming videos. It's just super fun for me. So I thought this would be a really good way to do this. The second question is, what is something fun or unique that you specifically can bring to BookTube? Well, I think the biggest thing is that I read a lot of books that are very different from other booktubers. I read nonfiction and Christian books. I read more classics for my schooling, and I'm also reading a lot of books for my health and disease research project. So I think I can just show a different selection of books than a lot of other people. Also, I'd really like to talk more about what it's like being an English major. I'm going into my senior year now, so I've learned a lot as an English major, and I know there are a lot of high schoolers out there, or maybe students who are just thinking about college now, and I'd love to share what it actually is like being an English major, the things you can do with an English major, what I want to do with my English major. So I think that'd be a really interesting perspective to have on BookTube. The third question is, what are you most excited about on BookTube? I'm really excited about the inspiration just to read more. I've been reading a lot during lockdown, but I love being inspired to read new books that I never would have discovered had it not been on BookTube. I'm also really looking forward to meeting new friends. I've already met some really sweet people, and it's been so much fun. So I'm looking forward to continue talking to those people that I already know and meeting new people. The fourth question is probably my favorite. The fourth question is, why do you love reading? So I love reading because I love learning and I love discovering in whatever form that takes. So in reading, I get to immerse myself in a new story, in a new world, and learn from those stories, and I just love doing that. The fifth question is, when did you start reading? So I started reading when I was probably 4. Before then, apparently I would sit next to my parents and just hold a book in front of my face because I thought that's what they were doing. That's how you read a book. But I have been avidly reading since I was probably in 1st grade. Next question is, what book series or book got you into reading? And for me, there were 3 different phases of my reading. The first series that got me into reading when I was in 1st grade was the American Girl books. Please leave a comment down below if you also read these American Girl books, because I was obsessed. I've read every single American Girl book multiple times. Those were the first books that got me into reading because I could read them so quickly, and I loved that they were about younger girls, and I loved the history in them, and I loved that there were dolls and clothes connected to it. It was just the perfect mixture to get me really hooked on reading. The next series that came into my life that really inspired me to read more was Harry Potter. Harry Potter really showed me what books were capable of doing, and I fell in love with it immediately. Even though I loved Harry Potter, I didn't know what to do after Harry Potter. I didn't know what else to read, and I kind of just got stuck. Like, I wanted to read because I loved books, but I didn't know what to do, and I was starting to doubt that there would be anything else that I'd enjoy. And that's when my mom directed me to Series of Unfortunate Events, and that was the book series that pushed me to go look at other books. It reminded me that there were more books out there. So I loved Harry Potter, but then I realized there will be more books that I will enjoy in the future. So those 3 series were really what got me into reading. The next question is, what is a question that you would like to ask your favorite booktuber? The question I would like to ask is, how do you balance creating content that gets you a lot of viewers and it's content that people want, and the content that you maybe want to create that's more experimental and new and creative? Because I feel like that's always a tentative balance on YouTube, because we want to jump out of the box, but also we want to create content that people will always love and that will guarantee us subscribers and viewers. So I'd like to see how they balance that. Next is, what is one challenge that you think will be the hardest for you to overcome on BookTube? For me, the answer would be consistency. Right now, I have a lot of time and I can be pretty consistent in uploading videos. I don't necessarily have a upload schedule, but I just post a video or two a week, and I post daily on Bookstagram. So that's pretty easy right now, and it should be pretty easy this summer, but I don't know what's going to happen in the fall, whether I'm going to be able to go back to class and whether I'm going to have time to do this. So maintaining that consistency is probably going to be pretty difficult. The other challenge that I think I'm going to have is not being afraid of what other people outside of BookTube think of me doing this, because I really enjoy doing this and I don't want to feel judgment that really isn't there from people who are outside of BookTube, because I'm having fun and I'm meeting new people who love talking about books. The next question is, where do you read? If you've seen some of my other videos, particularly my reading vlogs, you'll know that I love reading on my couch. And the final question is, what kinds of books do you like to read? So I read a variety of books. My favorite, hands down, is mystery books, whether those be fantasy mystery, historical fiction mysteries, or contemporary mysteries. I love them all. I love them all. I also really love young adult books, particularly ones that are fantasy or contemporary or historical fiction. I also really enjoy reading classics when I'm in the mood. I have to hit it in the mood, but I do enjoy reading classics, especially when I don't have to read them for school, because then I don't have to stress about memorizing everything and annotating it perfectly. I can just read it to enjoy it. And that is the BookTube Newbie Tag. So if you are a BookTube newbie, or you've just started in the past couple of months and you haven't done this yet, I challenge you, I tag you to do this BookTube Newbie Challenge. It's so fun, so I highly recommend that you do it. Leave a comment down below if you are a BookTube newbie, or if you're not, just comment down below and tell me what you're reading, or suggest another BookTube newbie that I can check out. Please leave me a like and subscribe and hit the bell icon if you want to see more of my content. I'm going to leave the links down below for my Twitter and my Bookstagram, my Goodreads account, and my Book of the Month affiliate link. If you sign up for Book of the Month Club with my link, you can get your first book for $5, and it helps me out a lot. So please, please, please use my link if you can. See you guys later in my next video. Bye!